Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Nightmare Hunter here on NDB Media. And lo and behold, my phone just decided to give me an alarm reminder. You're a little late there, pal, but hey, it's all good in the hood. We have several people watching us already, so folks want to get down and get busy. It is May 31st, 2021, and let me be the first to publicly and officially wish the big man a happy birthday. It's not today, but based on his time zone, it'll be in about 3 hours. That
Getting
one
there.
right over there, Mr. DA. Hey, dude, as of in about less than 2 hours. No, wait. It's
Right
9
at
o'clock.
3.
Oh, 3 hours, yeah. At the 3 hour mark, less than 3 hours now, it'll be your birthday, and you will still be 1 year behind me. See, right now I am 2 years older than you, so you remember that. I don't know what that means, but that's just the way it is. But ladies and gentlemen, that's D.A. Roberts, the glorious co-host. And we have another glorious well, no, he's glorious. You are illustrious co-host. I don't know why I'm naming you after English aircraft carriers, but hey, take it for what it is. We have D.A. Roberts and Michael Day. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. So you're up in the land of the real Sasquatch, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you are in Appalachia right now. Is it kind of frightening being out there with all the woods and stuff all around you?
Yes, and it's very quiet.
Wow.
But there are
I want to live in a place like that. I want my nearest neighbor to be miles away.
Who knows? The house that DA is at right now, I tell him that he should just retire up there to the mountains. Just enjoy your time up there, get out of the city, and you don't have to deal with anything down there, man. Isn't it great up where you are?
Oh, you're talking about me? Or you're talking about DA? Me? It's wonderful. It's wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, I bet it is. And you see?
Most everybody left because of the holiday weekend, so it's very quiet up here right now.
Wow. All right. That is cool. Yes. Good evening, Alan Gamboa. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you. We already have 4 likes. Adam Shepard, Tony Merzwicki, Alan Gamboa, and my tocayo, Roger Peacock. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. We actually have quite a few people joining us right now. So you see, this is the band of warriors for tonight. If anyone else wants to join us, by all means, go ahead. As you know, the Ozark man is over there. Appalachia man is over here. And SoCal man just doesn't seem right. Just does not seem right. But it's okay. Today is May 31st, 2021, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Memorial Day, a glorious and respectful day that it is. I maybe should not have used the word glorious because that might be a tad disrespectful and ignorant. But today is Memorial Day. And DA, having served, would you kindly enlighten us on what it means to you and what Memorial Day means to everyone else? I know I'm putting you under the gun. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Memorial Day is the day we celebrate and are thankful for the soldiers who didn't come home, the ones who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And there are a number in my own family. I mean, we've got folded flags throughout the family. It's a way to honor the ones that sacrificed everything, gave up not only their life but everything, a potential future, family, anything in the service of this nation. And there's just not enough. We just can't express our gratitude enough for that.
No, definitely we cannot. And I want to thank you, DA, for your service. Michael, I don't know. Did you serve, young man?
I did not, no.
No. And nor did I, folks. You know, I am wearing this, but I do it in respect for the shit that's here in San Pedro, California. But I'm in training, which is code for I'm an old man who hasn't got all the details in the training manual yet. Because for those of you that know, has he been in training for over 6 months now? Yeah, but a lot of it is COVID, so it just is what it is. But I want to give a shout out to Todd Hunter, who's also joining us. So, folks, you know the drill. When we get to 30 likes, we will hand out a $5 gift card. And if we get to 40, it'll be another $5 gift card. And if we get to 50, we will double the gift card. Not the gift card we gave out, but another one. So we will conceivably be giving out at most $5, $10, $20 out in gift cards today. So let's make it happen, and we'll go ahead and do it. So, DA, how'd your interview go or your program on Saturday?
Oh, it went well. He just popped up and said hi. Had Alan Gamboa on the other night.
Hi, Mr. Gamboa.
Alan's a fantastic writer. Him and I come from similar backgrounds. We're both corrections officers in a former life, and it was a great interview. We swapped stories, and then we actually talked about books for a while, and tried not to bore people too much. But it was a great time, and Alan's a tremendous guest, and I can't wait to have him back.
Looking forward to it. And if you want to join us tonight, and everyone and anyone you guys know in the audience, you're more than welcome to join us. So before we get to anything else, I think we did announce it. We want to go ahead. We're going to be talking about cryptids. We're going to be generalizing, of course, as we always do. We're going to hit our favorite cryptids. But tonight we're going to have a bit of a focus. We're going to the land down under. And no, I'm not talking about Antarctica. I'm talking about that, the Botany Bay colony. And, of course, that would be Australia, the land of Australis. And, of course, New Zealand as well, the land of the Kiwi. So we actually have several other likes. Josh Jones and All Tower Media. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, folks.
And we do appreciate it. I believe All Tower Media was on yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I joined them for a little while.
That's awesome. I know that Jedi Tax Online will be on next Sunday, but I don't know if I announced that Dream and I are looking to reduce Jedi Tax Online to once a month, or what we're doing right now is Jedi Tax Online and State of the Nerd. Wow, that's a hardcore dichotomy there, or paradigm, whatever you want to refer to it as, but it's Jedi Tax Radio and then All Tower Media, Jedi Tax. So what we're thinking of doing is reducing one of the Jedi Tax and bringing another type of program out. But we'll see. It's in the works. Dream and I are talking about what we're going to be doing right now. But it's not going to be for the faint of heart. It's going to have to do with investing, financial planning, and stuff like that. So we'll be boring you with money. So, and those that talk about money are the ones that don't have it. So we'll be doing a lot of talking. So it is what it is. Tim Grimes. Thank you, Tim. We have another like right now. So that's absolutely awesome. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about oceanic cryptids in a little bit. But, Michael, knowing that you're in Appalachia, let me see. Wait a minute. You were supposed to join us this last show, Roger. Also,
we were supposed to do Trek trivia. It wound up just being me and Josh with Roper reading the questions.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fair enough. All right. So, Michael, where you are in Appalachia, what's the deal? Any stories around there? Have you encountered any things that go bump in the night?
I've heard stuff.
Oh, really? Please.
But I've not seen anything. And I actually was talking to my server at dinner tonight, and I was telling him I was going to be doing this show. And I asked him if he'd seen anything. And he said no.
Okay.
But it didn't mean that he didn't think that it existed, but he had not personally seen anything.
Wow. All right. Well, Michael, what are some of the stories that you've heard?
I haven't heard any. I mean, I experienced little things, bumps in the night and running across floors that nobody is there.
Really? Now, is it there or the one in the city?
Here.
Really?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, is it like once in a while? Is it every time you're up there?
It's usually only when I'm alone.
Which means something's going to happen tonight.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. So it's something that's been in the house, I guess. You detect movement going across floors and stuff. Have you ever felt like there was something outside? Was there ever a tap on the window? Did stuff get rustled about like the trash
No.
cans and stuff?
Oh, well, the rustling of the trash cans is, 15, 20 years ago, but that was the black bears that like to tip over trash cans that are supposedly bear proof. So
They are quite good at it.
they are very good at it.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I would get pictures of the results of the bears tipping over the trash cans after I had rentals up here, and all the trash would be spewing out all down my yard. So that was always fun.
Wow.
But that's the
All right.
only thing.
Okay.
Bear and deer, but nothing else so far.
I hear you. And forgive me a moment. And yet another like Joshua Dalton gave us some love, and now we have Jacob Hayes. Thank you. We're up to 10 folks. It means a great deal to us. Thank you. No
Thank
doubt
you.
about it. General Dalton, I'm having trouble with my memory, General. So all I want to say is, look, on some items that I have to do, there it is, Dalton. SE Health Insurance. I'm sorry. You asked me a question on Jedi Tax Online. I have failed you, young man, but it's on my to-do list already in June. So there it is. I just wanted to let you guys know, General, I am following up. So, okay. Says I'll be back. Scary show. All right. Looking forward to it, Mr. Gamboa. You can always join us if you'd like. And everyone and anyone else, if you want to go and join us. So, over in your property out there in Maryland, I know I'm spilling the beans, Michael. Ever have anything happen there?
I have been told, but I have never experienced. I had a cleaner quit because she felt a presence in the house.
Oh wow! Now
she's the only one, but that's what I was told why she quit.
Now, is it there or you're in property in Maryland?
Where I am now.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, up in Appalachia. Wow, that's crazy. Huh? DA, I've never asked you, but where you're at in Nathaniel County, Missouri, it's actually code for Springfield, but it's okay. Ever anything happen in your house where you're at now?
We've had a couple of really odd experiences. Nothing I would really put my finger on. Just like catching glimpses of movement out of the corner of your eye. And my oldest son had a couple of moments of sleep paralysis that he only had in this house, where he woke up. He had gone to sleep on the couch, and he woke up and said he could see down the hallway that there was a black shape crawling toward him, like on its hands and knees, and he couldn't wake up. And he would wake up each time it got to him. But other than that, other than just my goofy dog barking at stuff that isn't there, I don't know. I'm kind of a psychic brick. I don't really sense things like that.
A psychic brick. That's interesting. I've detected lots of movement. I told DA, and I think I mentioned in the program. I don't know if you've seen anything like this, Michael, but. This is about 2 months ago now, DA.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my vehicle here in the cul-de-sac, and I directed my attention. This is about 4:45 in the morning now, and there might be another house or two that's awake in the neighborhood. And I'm you know what I mean by house awake. I leaned forward to turn the ignition on the car, and sure enough, I saw the movement. And folks, there's two different types of movement that the human eye or we can differentiate. The one where it's something, right? Where we just caught some movement. And then there's the thing that we actually see. And I told DA that what I saw was really crazy. It was a larger, ungainly type figure that came through the house, the center house in the cul-de-sac, and basically ran by my car. And by the time I turned around, there was nothing else. There was nothing there. So I was like, oh, come on, man. Am I starting to really see things now? Or as DA, well, what did you tell me, DA?
There are a lot of accounts of people reporting cryptids using the LA River Basin, the drain tunnels, to get all the way into the city. There have been cryptid sightings in the city.
So that's not reassuring. I'm in the outskirts of LA County, but a few blocks over you have San Bernardino County. So I love telling everyone that I live in the country, but they get mad when I say that.
Robert Miller says the Versa is a cryptid magnet anyway.
Well, thank God it's the Versa, not me. So I'm all right with that. Hey, Robert, how you doing? And Willie Johnson, thank you for giving us the like.
Thanks, sir.
We're up to 11. Folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. We're live here on The Nightmare Hunter. We're going to be talking about some oceanic cryptids in just a few moments. Now, remember, folks, if you are on some of our Facebook pages, that's why sometimes due to the security, we are able to see your comment, but we don't know who it actually is. And I don't know which page it's from. That's why I, number one, don't put my program on my personal page, because if anyone on my personal page leaves a comment, we never see the comments here because of the security level.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are getting other comments where it just says Facebook user. So I'm not sure what that means.
Well, to authenticate, all you need to do is go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and just authorize it to use your name, and your name will appear in the comments.
All right, fair enough. Of course, Robert said that the cryptid is my verse is a cryptid magnet, and he also says high cryptid area where you live. Well, based on what I told Michael and DA earlier today, I have proof of cryptids, and they fly brooms. So I think I'll leave it at that. You guys can use your imagination right there.
Jacob Hayes says he's in Canada, Surrey, British Columbia.
Oh, wow.
Robert Moore says, hi,
cool.
How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing real well. So, as I mentioned, DA's in the Ozarks. Young man down there is in Appalachia. And I'm in SoCal.
Todd Hunter asked
you need to move.
Todd Hunter asked if the Momo, Missouri monster is close to my area. Yeah, there's actually been sightings not too far from here. The first sightings of the Momo the monster were back in the early 70s, I think 1972, up near Louisiana, Missouri, which is about 3 hours north of here. But a lot of sightings along the Mississippi River Basin.
What is the Momo? Because I have a cat named Momo. And Momo is also from, isn't it, that cartoon series?
Yeah.
The Flying Elephant or something like that?
Something like that. But Momo was the nickname given to the Missouri monster or the Missouri Bigfoot. It's essentially a Bigfoot-type cryptid, although it's been described to have a more like rounded head instead of conical. But that might have just been variants from witness observations, but all other respects, it basically described like a Bigfoot type creature and left large footprints in the mud.
Todd says he's in Oceanside, just south of me. I've driven down in Oceanside and parts of San Diego. It'd be funny how close I've passed you there, Todd and Robert, because I have driven Uber and Lyft. It's been since, I think last time I drove was February, but I was down in San Diego in late 2019. That was the last time. Just a little bit of trivia. I think I mentioned it that I went to the border. I'm not kidding. I was there in San Isidro. I dropped someone off. They walked across. I looked at my watch and it said it's 7:41 p.m. Like, all right, I'm going to set the app to get home. And I earned money the entire trip, and I got home at about 3:30. Yeah, that was a long night. Nonstop. But it was cool. But I worked my way up from San Diego. It would be, just think of it this way, I would be able to travel 10 miles north and then maybe come back 3. And then another 10 and then come back 2 or whatever. And it was all right. But I know of a very famous Roger Bacon in the history of history, but we have a Terry Bacon Grant. So who gave us a like. I want to thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
I want to know if that is their real given name or if they're just messing with us because men like bacon. Just curious. I'd like to know.
And it's bacon month somewhere. I don't remember where.
In my calendar, it's a bacon month every month.
Oh, that was a great setup right there.
They say that every strip of bacon you eat takes a day off your life. If that's true, I should have died sometime during the Revolutionary War.
Oh, that's funny. I well, not for me, but yeah, I don't have. I have fewer days. It was so funny because DA, before I went live, I was talking to one of the ladies that works here at Jedi.tax, Maria, and you heard the conversation go back and forth from English to Spanish. But when she arrived, because she had to work on a return here, I had mentioned to her, I need you to forgive us, Maria. Giselle and I just got back to the house. We hadn't had anything yet. We had not had anything all day. So you might, well, sorry, you might be disgusted, but Gmo and I are going to be two little piggies right now. And she chuckled, and I said, oh, I'm sorry. We might not be piggies. I think we're going to be flat out pigs. So we are starving. And she stayed around, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But yeah, we went to El Pollo Loco tonight.
That sounds good.
It's the grilled chicken. Do you guys have that?
You've had me a chicken.
You have that out there in Missouri?
No, we do not.
Michael, do you have that out there in the East Coast?
Do not that I know of.
It's a fast food out, and no, we're not getting a promotion from them or anything. The original flavor owner and stuff originated in Mexico, just south of the border, and migrated north. And I'm not sure who owns them now, but it's a very big operation, at least out here in Southwest and in the West Coast of America. And it's really good. We're getting lots of more likes. Folks, did I tell you the story of my father having the ability to dam commercial properties and he would end them? Did I ever? I think you know that one, right, Michael? DA, did I tell you that one?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay. Michael, have I told you that one?
I don't think so.
Okay, folks, I'm going to make it quick. My father, the man I respected and admired, biological donor, the one that brought me into the world, whatever. Some are good and could be sketchy. Yeah, I'm not.
Roger?
We lost Roger.
Roger, you lost your audio. There was a click and you just disappeared. Thank you, Aurelio. Can't hear a sound. You're completely silent, Raj.
How about now?
Gotcha now.
Yeah, gotcha now.
Wow. Okay. My mic went limp. I can't say it any other way. My mic went limp. Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
Or something is nearby and
stop it.
I will not finish that sentence.
Don't play that game. Aurelio Rico Lopez III, young man, thank you. We've jumped around. I promise you, young man, it's okay. I've got daylight out here, boys. That light that you see, that's daylight. But thank you for that. Aurelio Rico Lopez III, young man, we're going to be talking about the Pacific Islands and the Philippines. Probably maybe a little bit of the little big island just north of you. I'm not talking about the 4 home islands of Japan, but that other little island. We're probably going to be talking about those in 2 weeks, but we're going to hit the Philippines in 2 weeks. We're about ready to do that. But I want to give some shout-outs. Right now, Aurelio Rico Lopez III and Tony Kanapka. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. We're already up to 14. But anyway, the story goes like this. My father, the man who I respected a great deal, he had the ability, and I was frightened of it. I know he was able to do it, and I saw him do it. Someone did him wrong in an institution, and he damned that institution, that store, whatever it was. And within weeks, if not months, the store closed.
That could be handy.
Let me tell you, and he did it twice. And it was only because of the way he was treated, and I could hear him mumble it, but he would say, damn you, damn you, damn you. And I guess maybe it was Beetlejuice 3 times. Maybe that's why I didn't get it right. But he would damn it, and twice it ended. Well, being son of Noriega, I thought I might have had that power. And one time someone did me wrong, and I damned that same place. Well, folks, Obviously, this is the power of Noriega. El Pollo Loco is now on the west side of the the western United States.
They're now a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah. That's the extent of my damnation. So I'm harmless, folks.
You should have blessed them instead.
Yeah, that might have worked. But we're up to 15 now. Thank you, Thomas Whitney. For those of you that saw last week, you guys realized I was drinking some pretty damn good liquor. But as I told Dream before we started the program, I said, dude, this tongue may not be able to recognize this liquor that you're going to be giving to me. But I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. Josh, General, come on in. Thank you for asking. So, anything you want to tell us, Michael? Any stories you want to share, or we can just go straight to it?
Well, just go straight to it because I did this at the last minute and I wasn't prepared, unfortunately. So
no, but I thank you for joining us. It was fun having you guys on Saturday. 2 days ago, no, 2 days ago, past 8 days,
half the week.
Right, add the week to it. It was fun having Mr. Landers on with us and his group. That was really great. Potemkin
Yeah,
picture.
It was fun. It was fun.
Oh, it was a lot of fun having him on. So it's good. But I'm not sending you away. I'm thanking you. We're going to be going to it right now, folks.
Speaking of Appalachia.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
Get the hand out.
Mon General Jolton. I'm sorry, sir. We went English for a moment. I think we can get away with it.
I was throwing you for a loop, Raj. I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I did, sir, and I went right to it. So it's real good. General, do you have any service in the military?
No.
Okay, so you and I are in the same boat, so it's all good. DA, he's the one.
10 years reading zombies and post-apocalyptic fiction. I picked up the language, though.
Oh, geez. I picked up the language from Tom Clancy and every other book that I've read.
No kidding. Thomas, have a good night. Enjoy time with the family.
Oh, have fun, Thomas. It was great having Thomas over with us as well. So,
now, my grandfather, he was a Vietnam-era Marine on my mom's side.
Oh, all right. So you do have family. It was amusing that people in my family were saying, well, my father was a Marine. What? He wasn't a Marine? Oh, well, yeah, he was a Marine. Where? In which service? Oh, well, he was a Marine. He was in the United States. Oh, well, maybe he was in Mexico. No, he wasn't in the Marines there, too. What part of he came across the border at 18? He wasn't in the Marines in Mexico. But somewhere...
Maybe the Merchant Marine. That's a legitimate thing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And
but no.
World War II was on the back of the Merchant Marine. They took some heavy losses moving cargo.
Yeah. There's been a fight for years. You mentioned that, Doug, about getting them the recognition from World War II service. I think they just now recently got the recognition for the blood and sweat poured into it, if I'm not mistaken.
What were those called? Liberty ships, I believe they were. That they were rapidly put together. So many hundreds of thousands of tons of those were sank by the Germans. Even with convoys with wolf packs protecting them, they were still shooting them like ducks in a barrel.
Well, most of your destroyers in the Atlantic,
wolf packs attacking them. Sorry,
correct. Yeah, you're right. The wolf pack, the German wolf packs. I meant task forces protecting them, not the wolf pack. Sorry,
you're right.
I misspoke.
No, you did. I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
I said that would have been interesting.
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, DA, I think we know what you were trying to say. So I just, jerk me. It's your birthday tomorrow, DA. So who had to ruin it? It would be me.
Hey, since you mentioned having Dream on the show the other day, would you show off that sword again? Simply because it is beautiful.
Oh, the metal one. Oh,
yes,
I'm sorry.
The sword.
Oh. Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts for a moment.
Yeah,
lightsaber sword.
Oh, you're funny, General. You're funny. He was doing something.
Now, DA, also, you speak of weapons. Did you finally get a boarding axe?
Yes, I did. It's olive
I
drab.
knocked it up, man.
Is that the OD green?
Yes, it is. It's a
Sick.
beast.
So you finally saved enough Cracker Jack box points to get it?
Pretty much. Roger put
Is
it back
he
in the box.
unpacking it?
Play the porno music in the background.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Hand and a half?
Look at that.
Is that hand and a half, Roger?
He can't hear you. He doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh.
That's Orcrist, isn't it? Or is that Glamdring?
This Glamdrin, yeah. Aragorn's is still in the little house. All right, little thing. But yeah,
Is that like
that's a
hand and
work
a
of
half?
art.
it's not sharp here, and it's really not sharp on the edge, but yes, you could impale someone. Yes, it is sharp enough. Look at it, guys. I know you can't focus on it, but it is. Yes.
Hey, that's a beautiful
Here,
sword.
it's blunt. You can hurt someone, but it's not sharp
You swing a piece of metal at somebody, sharp or otherwise, it's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. This makes a nice little defensive weapon if you know how to use it. But,
So,
yeah, I do not have the
what's
sheet
that,
for
like
it,
a
and I
hand
hope
and
to
a
have
half?
it soon. But I'm in the process of... I've had to keep my mouth shut, but I guess I'm dying to say it. I know I shouldn't say it, but... I may qualify.
We'll get you the outfit and the hat and everything. You could be Noriega the Grey.
I think I would be more like Radagast the Brown. Yeah?
In more
Yeah?
ways than one?
you don't have enough hair to have bird shit in it.
I was going with the other end, DA.
Why do they always go to the hair? Why?
Well, I don't have any room to talk.
You
Anyway.
Code Brown.
Yeah, I know what those are, so let it go.
That is
Anyway.
a beautiful sword.
Yeah, and it has a ruby there. It's really awesome.
Nice.
What
Yeah.
what would you consider that, Roger? Like a hand and a half?
That's probably technically a bastard sword.
Yeah, check it out.
You could probably get both hands fully on the grip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here, my finger, just to give you an idea, is right there at the end of the grip. And, yeah, check it out. And then if I move all the way up, oh, yeah. So I think it's just short of two hands. I didn't think about that, General, until you just mentioned that right now. But
It's probably technically a bastard sword.
yeah.
Or politically correct, we could call it a sword of dubious parentage.
It is Glamdrin.
The faux hammer.
Yeah, anyway, this one is beautiful. It's amazing. So my daughter Gmo got me this one. So Gmo may be over in a little bit. As you know, she does do Showtime. She has purchased a few items, so she may be over. But I wish I could show you guys. The light that you guys see is not from the it is the overhead, but I have daylight. There's daylight out there. So.
You need that and a staff and just stand at the back of the room. You shall not pass.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. There it is, DA. You're getting some love. You see, all these likes are for you, DA.
I don't know about that.
Wow, look at that. Purchased 9 of your books. I got the Apex Predator, LVM, and the Codename Wild Hunt series. Thank you. You explain on your website the timeline in order to read them, which will help. Looking forward to catching up. Tony.
Thank you, sir. That is awesome.
Yeah, that is. That is. So I'm ready for something to show up tonight. But I'll be using the single sword one. It is heavy, but it's not as heavy as I think Aragorn's sword that I have is a little bit heavier. See, but then I wish I had a lightsaber because that would work. Switching
Will
gears.
you pop over, Roger, here if I get something?
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. What are you going to go get?
No, you. I said if I had something over here, will you pop over and take care of it?
Why? Why me?
Because you're the
got
nightmare
a
hunter.
sword.
Dude, I report on things. I don't go play with things. Oh,
That's
You
what I
sure,
heard.
Roger?
yeah. Let it go, General. Let it go. Don't say anything. It's not fair. Look at that evil little laugh right there. Oh, DA. Good God. Obviously, I pissed him off somewhere. But thank God I'm not dead yet. I just hope I don't die. Hey, let it go. Let it go. Anyway. Right. Well, I don't want to talk about it. I've already been affected. But yes, that is Glamdrin. My daughter was able to get that one for me for a while. Dream is the one that did open it up. I gave him the honor. I thought it was kind of cool because he is a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan. He really knows what's going on. And he understands the concepts, the backstory. I have a dummies book for Middle Earth. And he looked at it, read through it. He said, "Why'd you get a first grade book?" It's a dummies book.
I'd have to look at my YouTube channel and send it to you, Roger. But there is a guy that puts out damn good videos on Middle Earth lore and everything.
Oh, there's a few channels that do that.
I wonder if we may be watching the same one. Because I do catch a few of them myself.
You got to hum a few bars and it might ring a bell.
I don't want to do that. I was already look, Michael's already threatening me to go and engage someone out where he's out up in Appalachia. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to hum a few bars. Knowing what DA's writing, I don't want to play.
Well, you haven't read everything that is currently going on in the. I'm well over 20,000 words into Nightmare Hunter, and let's just say Roger's in it up to about here.
Oh,
God. Up to about here. Hell, he's into it about here, DA.
Yeah, he may be reaching for air. he's in a lot of trouble at the moment.
Trouble? He's like he's a rat in Chicago in 1920. They gave him cement shoes.
Thank you for that, General. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
I told you, you don't go to the feds. You go to the feds, you swim with the fishes.
That's funny. That's pretty good. Yes. DA, did you want to do that in the voice that you always do?
Which voice?
You always do the voices very well.
Which voice are you? Which voice do you mean?
The one that General Dalton just did. From
the Untouchables?
Oh, the Untouchables.
I thought you were talking. I thought he was talking about the Untouchables with Sean Connery.
Yes.
Let me see if I can summon my Sean Connery. They put one of yours in the hospital. We send one of theirs to the morgue.
Ooh, pretty good. I like it.
Now you happen to speak of that. My the local town I live in, we have a theater that's been closed since 1989. They had a fire and they closed it down. The town just recently acquired it from the guy who had it. And there was a bunch of 1980s movie memorabilia, and that was one of the things was a original poster from the Untouchables.
Oh, that'd be cool. Anything Sean Connery. I've got to get a Sean Connery movie poster for my office. I don't know where I'll fit it in at the moment, but I'll find it.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, hell, the town could go through and sell some of that shit and easily raise $50,000.
Probably. Or restore the theater.
Well, that's they have a grant to do that. They bought the theater and restored it. It's just a little small one-room theater from when was it built? 1936 with a balcony.
Nice.
But I mean, they were saying it burned down. Fire was in December of 1989, and it says the theater room, the projectors they were using in the theater were heat monsters and were known to cause fires. Mm-hmm. So they had overhead hoods like an industrial kitchen to suck the heat off. And since they were known to cause fires, the projector rooms were designed with blast doors like a Navy ship. If a fire broke out, it would slam shut and seal the projector room off. Well, when the fire happened, those blast doors triggered, so the projector room was saved and everything in it. And in one of the things in it was a teaser trailer for The Little Mermaid coming out, I guess in 90, I think it was. So if
That's
you kind of
like a time capsule of movie memorabilia.
yeah, I mean they said essentially they went in, cleaned up what they could, and pretty much took the money out of the safe, and that was it, folks. Locked the damn door. Nothing was disturbed.
When I was in junior high in a little town north of here called Lebanon, Missouri, there was a small theater in town called Star Theater, and it's a bank now. They bulldozed it and built a bank there. But for about 4 years, I ran projector for that theater, and it was a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of first run really great classic movies. Got to learn the ins and outs of how projection booths work, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I got to see a lot of really cool movies over the years.
That's what I was saying. It's like, it's no telling what the hell all was in his movie posters if they're still in decent shape with good color. I mean, could be worth a couple $100 a pop.
Probably.
Like I said, if that Little Mermaid, they were saying Little Mermaid trailer for it, hell, if that's in decent shape to a Disney collector or a movie buff, or both.
Oh yeah, there's a huge market for old original movie memorabilia.
I mean, that was probably just used and discarded, so that's probably on the rarer side, I would think. Don't quote me on that, but that's my rat wheels thinking.
I'm quoting you.
Do what, Roger?
I'm quoting you.
Oh. Well, you ain't gonna get far on that check.
I think we lost Michael.
I think he just stepped away for a moment. He did. He put himself on timeout. Folks, what I did want to, I didn't mention this in last week's program. I had a little bit of information on it, and this is way off topic. But if you guys did see it, I think it was earlier today. Apparently, the new ship that we have up there on Mars, the new rover, apparently it has found something. So
really, what did it find?
Well, some
Venom?
some sort of interstellar object that had crashed into the surface of Mars. So that's the rumor that's going around, and I don't know. But speaking of Mars, last week I believe you see it right there. That was Spirit. You know that for a while there were 2 rovers on the surface of Mars. And in 2011, Spirit pretty much went dark last Monday. It was the anniversary of Spirit going dark. As you guys know, both Spirit and Opportunity, and that's a profile shot from way up on top, they were supposed to survive for 90 days. And one of them went for 7 years and one went for, I believe, 11 years, if not more.
Well, they over-engineered the heck out of those.
Amazing. And I believe Spirit should have gone before. I'm not sure if it was the rover that had somehow gotten up to the top of a hill and it was like done. But the angle was just enough that a freak wind gust came up, it cleared off the solar panels and gave it still some additional life, which was cool. But Spirit was called back in 2011 on May 24th is when it ceased operating. And then Opportunity went shortly there. Well, not shortly. It still went for several years after that. But I wanted to get that one in. I didn't have it. I was so caught up having Dream here that I just forgot about something dying. I didn't want to be so morbid.
Just a bit, Roger. The alcohol was just too good, too strong for your palate.
I know what a Dalmer is now, but if that's what you pay for that, wow.
Dalmore's expensive. I mean, even the low end, the 12.
Yeah, I had
right
that.
The Dalmore 12 is right at $100 a bottle.
Well, he had the 15-year one.
Yeah, and that's probably 170.
Oh, good God.
Ballpark.
Well,
I've never had the 15. I've had the 12.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, DA, he's in California, so it's probably closer to $200 a bottle.
Could be. I actually saw it at Sam's Club the other day. They had a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue on sale for $179. I didn't want a divorce, so I didn't buy it.
That's funny. Yeah, that is. Well, hopefully not.
I was sorely tempted, but it's like Johnny Walker Blue. Oh, that's usually closer to $300 a bottle.
Really?
Honey, it's my birthday.
Yeah, I don't think that
Oh.
argument would have flown.
Yeah, that doesn't work, pal. Hell, even I know that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to fly. Obviously, Josh has never been married.
Nope.
Lucky bastard. Oh, I didn't know you could hear that.
Nope, and no bastards floating around either. I've heard too many child alimony stories due to the idiots I work with.
That was the standing joke about the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. Uhura was, Captain Kirk, we have a incoming transmission for you from the child support division on Rigel 4.
I have not seen that one. That would be funny. All right.
Kirk's like, I'm not here. I'm not here.
Look, literally, we had one guy. He owed $30,000 in back child support.
Good God, how was he not in jail?
Well, I mean, he should have been.
In Missouri, they'll lock you up.
Yeah, $30,000. It depends who we're talking about. That could be 6 months for someone, or that could be 18 years for someone.
That was on that end. He'd done cash jobs and odd things and all his whole life, and the dude was a little bit on the off end, and he brought the statement up to Dad's like, "You guys were screwing me on the child support this year." Dad's like, "We didn't screw you. It's all the damn interest you're getting charged for back child support."
Wow.
I mean, it looked like a freaking bank statement.
We lost a lot of vendors who I work for. You guys know I work for a particular government agency in Los Angeles, in the county. And anyway, we had this thing taken effect in the 90s to the Board of Supervisors where it was related to childcare. If a vendor wanted to do business with the county of Los Angeles, they had to basically certify that none of their employees owed childcare. Or if they did, it had to be collected immediately.
Ooh.
What the hell?
This was in the 90s. Yes, it's legal. You can do it. They're a government agency that has to enforce that anyway. So for them to say, yeah, I know, what the hell? It's rough. It's legal, folks, because they're the collection agency. So they're basically saying, if you want to do business with us, you have to make sure no one is in arrears. And if they are, you have to pay us. So it's like right away. So basically it worked like this. If, say, I want to do business with them, I had a list of names of all my employees there, and I had to turn it over to the county. And the county would go through it. And if anyone owed, they would just collect the money. Wow. But it's that bad, folks. I mean, look, I'm not trying to paint a bad picture. It's like, yeah, there are a lot of people owe, man. It's horrible. But yeah, it's not a judgment call. I'm just telling you that when that hit, we knew we were going to lose vendors. And you know what? We lost a lot of vendors. Yeah, it was crazy because some people just didn't want to even deal with it because they were generally mom and pop shops that it was the husband and wife doing the business. It's too much paperwork, just way too much. And I forget how they had to do whether it was yearly or quarterly. That's crazy. That's a lot of paperwork. But anyway, folks, we did talk about that we were going to get to the cryptids in Oceania, and I already want to get to one of the first ones. And here it is, folks. This is a drawn image. We're going to get to it right now. This is the Guinean Iguanodon. And even though we don't have any pictures of it, this is the closest thing that we have of it. It is on the main island of New Guinea, just north of Australia. And I'm going to see if I can change the view on this. Am I able to do that? Okay. Let me see. Let me remove this. And how do I set it up where I can... Oh, well, forget it. I'll just have to put it on there again. But it's the New Guinean Iguanodon, or Papuan Iguanodon. It's a dinosaur-like cryptid that has recently been reported lurking in the rainforests in Papua New Guinea. The creature was notably featured alongside Ree in the first episode of Sci-Fi's television show Destination Truth. So if you guys remember watching that program, This is the one that they're talking about. And this is recent, one of the newer ones. In 2004, the dinosaur hype was again renewed with the sightings of a, quote, 3-meter tall, gray-colored creature with a head like a dog and a tail like a crocodile. That's crazy.
It's a big animal.
Yeah, and there it is again. That's strange. A multiplicity or a plethora of news agencies picked up on the story with headlines including "Hunt for Dinosaur on Volcanic Island." That was in The Age. "Dinosaur Discovery in PNG." That was on SBS. And "Police Hunt Dinosaur-like Creature on Island." That's IOL, the predecessor to LOL. But that's neither here nor there. It was near Rabaul that the March sightings occurred, specifically a few miles south in a marsh just outside the provincial capital, Kokopo. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar in World War II history. Rabaul is kind of like on one of the northeastern islands of the main island of New Guinea. As you know, that's where the Japanese formed their southern major base, Rabaul, where they ran their entire operations. So if you guys know a little bit of that history, that's the same one. So it was on that island. And for those of you that know your World War II history, MacArthur said, "We're not playing. We're going to bomb it in a submission, and we're going to island hop around it," which is kind of cool.
Now, this might be coming up later, and putting the cart in front of the horse. But what about World War II? How did that play into some of these legends?
Well, World War II basically gave rise to the legend of the Komodo Dragon. A lot of people didn't think it was a legit thing until it ate 60 some odd Japanese soldiers on the beach. The Japanese were camping out on one of the islands, and the natives warned them, and they didn't listen. So they camped out on the beach, and during the night, Komodo dragons came out of the jungle and ate a bunch of them.
And we were talking about the Komodo Dragon, I believe, 2 weeks ago or something, where the thing is, the Komodo Dragon, and remind me if I'm getting this wrong, because folks, I am having memory issues, so I apologize. Bear with me. The Komodo Dragon is not very fast.
No.
But it bites you, and I understand the toxin.
Yeah, something in its saliva is toxic.
Like, you're done. There's like nothing you can do, basically, and it takes you a while to die. And it's
they just track you.
Yeah,
wait for you to drop.
What Komodo? You said, but it's fast.
Yeah, I it's not cheetah speed or anything like that.
Yeah, short distance is like a crocodile.
I think so, yes, and that's why I said, remind me, gentlemen. I know it's not a speed demon. It's not Speedy Gonzalez.
His cousin Slowpoke Rodriguez.
I remember that, Slowpoke Rodriguez. And by the way, folks, in today's world, this is not it's not any more than what it is. Folks, we like Speedy Gonzalez, and we'll leave it at that. We will leave it at that, baby. It's like, come on, man. You're going to make a movie and Speedy Gonzalez is in it? Who the hell doesn't want him in there? Come on. It's all right, General and DEA. I know you may not be able to comment on because of the way the world is now, and it's kind of sad and sucky that it is. But being that I am of that culture, for lack of a better word, yeah, we want Speedy. Go ahead, General. What were you going to say?
I said, did you see my comment? Did you see it from Saturday night's episode?
No, I'm sorry. I was not in Saturday night's episode. But go ahead, and I'll tell you why I've not been available this weekend. A little bit of good news, tiny bit of bad news, but I'm in a holding pattern, so I'll describe it. Go ahead, General.
It was you were making a speech. Reminds me, we got this product.
Josh, you're cutting in and out.
Yeah, starting to cut in and out.
Now I don't hear it at all.
General, you're breaking up. You're breaking up, General.
You hear me?
We hear you say, we hear. That's what we're hearing. It's kind of like when Eddie Murphy, or when the guy from Police Academy makes fun of translating movies. That's what it sounds like you're cutting out.
Better, gentlemen?
I heard all of that.
That was pretty close, yes.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, General.
My
Oh,
brother's game.
it's doing it
That's
again.
cutting out again.
You hear me?
I heard like one word of that.
Go ahead, General.
Anyway, we this new product in at work, and the company that's on is Acme. It's a picture for, it's a hard plastic picture for. So I kind of bad.
I got about 3/4 of it.
He said that some of the shipments they get at work come from a company called Acme, and he was cracking up because of Acme.
Yeah, there is a real Acme, which is really funny. All right, fair enough. Well, folks, okay, I think he's going to reset right now. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish this. I'll wait for General to get back, and I'll tell you my quick story, but we'll see. But
What was that?
that was me. Sorry. That was me. I apologize. A government official said villagers had identified the creature from books and movies about dinosaurs. They told us it was a dinosaur, said one official. The creature was also said to have eaten 3 dogs. In any case, 6 police officers armed with M16 assault rifles. Yeah, I got news for you folks. You're outgunned. And
Very
villagers
much so.
carrying bush knives searched the area, but came up empty-handed. Like Nessie of Loch Ness, Kokopo's mayor, Alberta Buonga, said the dinosaur would make a great tourist attraction for the area. Yeah, you've never seen Jurassic Park, have you?
Apparently not.
My
There's like a whole series of movies on why having dinosaurs in modern times is a bad idea.
It's greed. Nature always finds a way. And there's General. Hola, mon general.
Is that better, gentlemen?
Yeah, at the moment.
Sounds good. Yeah, at the moment. Go ahead. Okay, well, continuing just very quickly on that animal again. Furthermore, it says 3 meters or 10 feet tall, roughly, would make for a big animal. And if locals were only referring to its height from foot to shoulder or back as an animal walking on all fours, that would make for a ridiculously gigantic creature.
Yes, it would.
No, it was 3 meters tall from head to foot standing. The second creature's description, thankfully, wasn't so ambiguous. It clearly stood upright, as it was said to have been walking on 2 hind legs as thick as coconut palm tree trunks, with 2 smaller forelegs in front. It's almost like a
Little T-Rex.
Rex, yeah. So now they're wondering, did they see the same dinosaur as was reported earlier? But as of right now, there are no pictures. There is nothing. There are just these images that were drawn because no one had cameras or phones at the time. And I guess when this started to happen in 2004, the natives, yeah, I'm sure they go out with their cameras. And for those that did have phones, you're in the rainforest, folks.
Yeah,
I
probably
don't
not
know.
a lot of them actually even had cameras or phones.
Yeah, and much less self-service.
What about that duckbill platypus dinosaur? That sounds kind of like that.
I'm trying to remember the name of that one.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank on it.
Yeah, you got me on that one too, General.
Is it a duck-billed hadrosaur?
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, while he's looking that one up, we do know of the platypus. It's there. It's not a cryptid. We know of it. But there's another one I wanted to get to, which is
It was a hadrosaur.
a hadrosaur. Now, there are some lame images of this next one because, again, it really hasn't seen it, but it's a mystery lizard of Australasia. So, it's Nararara. It's an enormous reptile. It's dark color. It had a serrated dorsal crest, and it has a projecting upper lip and large teeth for a reptile. Okay. Now, allegedly, it's in New Zealand. And it's really a simple drawing. I'll see if I can upload that one in just a moment.
Well, you know, the Komodo dragon, according to the ancestry of it, actually was first evolved in Australia. And as islands became more prominent, they were, well, that's a wild-looking thing. But
Yeah.
the actual ancestors of the Komodo dragon were from Australia.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about that, weren't
Mhm.
we? That one rang a bell. I didn't remember that. Now, over here, they're saying possible explanations. It's Delcourt's giant gecko, a short-headed, bulky lizard measuring 2 feet long and known only from one specimen of uncertain provenance. And it also could be the Tuatara, a 2-foot-long, burrow-dwelling, rhinocephalian reptile with a high head and crest. The term Angara was used for the Tuatara as early as 1842. The Otanko stink, or the Oligosma otaginse, a heavy-blooded animal that grows up to 12 inches long. So they're not certain if it's related to these other animals. So, but again, it's only been seen as early as 1842, which is
Mhm.
crazy. Yeah.
It's
Now,
amazing how far back some of these cryptid encounters go.
the first one that we have that we can give credit to is to John Carney Bidwell of Rambles in New Zealand back in 1839, roughly Christchurch, New Zealand. Julius Van Haast, a report of topographical and geological exploration of the western districts of the Nelson province back in 1861. Wow. That's 2 sightings over a 30-year period, give or take. That's interesting. And then we have some others as late as 1875. And then, of course, there's a real drop off. Then again, it is seen again or noted in Margaret Orbell's The Natural World of the Maori, 1985. Maori, thank you, DA. And the Dictionary of New Zealand English in 1997. Wow.
That
DA.
ties,
Go ahead, General. I'm sorry.
I said I was gonna say you started in 1800s. That ties into what I was talking with Doug this afternoon about.
Yeah, Josh is always sending me really, really cool stuff that he finds, and a lot of it will eventually find its way into books.
It was just a simple fact. I was reading something. It's like we haven't touched on the French Foreign Legion. They've been around since 1831, and they were the French's whipping boys sent every damn where they didn't want to send the French army. When you think about it in that respect,
When you absolutely positively needed a unit that wouldn't surrender, send the Foreign Legion.
Yeah, those guys. Those actually, I was about to say those guys. No, those are some mean. Yeah.
Motor scooters.
Did you know, gentlemen, that the French Foreign Legion is one of the last outfits anywhere in the world that it doesn't matter who you are, you can join them, and provided you pass boot, that's it.
Yeah,
Life
you merge with
is
a
over.
new identity.
Yeah.
yes, if you serve honorably when your term is up, you can join France under that assumed identity or something like that. Ain't it, Doug?
Yeah, you're given French citizenship under the new name.
It doesn't matter what you've done. You can correct that
Hey,
wrong. Yeah. You can correct that wrong and serve
Assuming
honorably.
the Legion doesn't kill you.
Well, did you gentlemen see that program that was maybe 10, 15 years ago when they were doing all those, the cop programs and, all these? They did one of the French Foreign Legion.
And
They
didn't see
trained
that.
down there in the desert.
yeah,
In
I've
Algiers.
seen-
Yeah, General, I'm sorry.
yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
That's crazy, man. If you can survive boot, you'll survive the term of service.
Did you know that the French Foreign Legion has the slowest march in the French army?
Didn't know that.
No, did not know that.
That's why the place at the ass end of the procession, because they march the slowest.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Look it up and tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I believe
I
you,
believe
General.
you.
Yeah. And
I
if
mean-
that came across as me questioning, I apologize, General. No.
No. I'm just saying verified, but I'm about 90% sure because The beat is duh, 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 duh. Real damn slow march. It's not a fast beat they march to. It's a real slow march, if I remember correctly.
Well, the rest of the French army needs to keep their cardio up to retreat later.
You're not letting it go, are you? Is there going to be any SAS in any of your books?
The British SAS, yes.
Okay, sorry. Oh no, I meant the other one.
Or was it just SBS, Doug?
The DGSE.
Oh yeah, okay. I believe that's who I meant. I'm so
Probably
sorry.
not.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Jeez, ladies and gentlemen, May 31st, 2021. Tonight is the Nightmare Hunter with General Dalton, D.A. Roberts, the man who's in Appalachia, who I think he's fighting a Bigfoot right now. That's why he ran off. How the hell? Where are you? There it is. Him. That would be Michael Day. And of course, yours truly, Roger Noriega. We're well into our second hour right now. Before I choose another creature, DA, is there anyone that you wanted? Because I know you did some research too. Any creatures you want to talk about right now in Oceania?
The subjects nearest and dearest to my heart and cryptids are always going to be the Bigfoot type creatures. I know, shocker. Did you know that there is a Bigfoot type creature in Australia as well as New Zealand, and they have different names for them?
So they're not known as Bigfoot.
No. In Australia, they call it the Yowie, and it's known to be very aggressive. And in New Zealand, it's called the Mohau, Moehau. And there's several different species of them, ranging in size from human size all up up to 11, 12 feet. And the Maori people tell that they used to come down and hunt them. The creatures were big enough that they would come down and kill even the strongest of the Maori warriors without any effort.
That's a badass.
Yeah. No kidding.
Apparently, they were strong enough. There was another, and this is, I think, known from fossil records, a giant bird in New Zealand called the moa, which was basically a type of creature, a flightless bird like an ostrich, only it was much bigger.
And the moa,
and they were very aggressive and would attack people. And apparently, the mohau would hunt those things. So
wasn't it like an emu on steroids stuff?
Yeah, it was just like a 12-foot freaking emu.
Jeez. So going back very quickly to the thing, I don't have a connection to that. Oh, yes, sorry, we missed the comment. Larry, good evening, who's watching us on YouTube. Thank you, Larry. See if we can make the connection. He is watching us on the DA Ex Machina YouTube page.
Cool.
Thank you, Larry. So that's cool. Of our viewers tonight, the majority are the Nightmare Hunter, the NDB Media Twitch. We have DA Roberts' Facebook page and DA Ex Machina on YouTube. Presently, those are where our people are right now. The claws on those were huge.
Yeah. The moa were very dangerous. And I guess there were several species of them, ranging in size from about the size of a standard wild turkey all the way up to the big ones, which were like 12 feet tall. That's a big bird. You mentioned the drumstick on that one. Can we get some New Zealand fried moa tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, do we need to have food delivered over DA's pad? Are you hungry, pal?
No, I was just thinking about the size of the drumstick on that thing. Imagine batter dipping that thing and deep frying it.
What were you trying to do? What were we thinking? Flintstones?
Yeah, basically. It looked like the big rack of ribs that Fred has on the side of the car. The brontosaurus ribs.
Hey, Roger, what unit were you talking about for the French? Is that hybrid French military unit you were talking about? Is that the one you were...
The DGSE?
Those are the guys that go where angels fear to tread. Those are like the SAS. Those are like not necessarily SEALs, but these are the bad hombres from the French. Not all French soldiers surrender. They've got some nasty boys, and yes, those guys.
Well, they've got one unit I know of off the top of my head. It's like a hybrid military SWAT terrorist unit and all. Is that
I would have to look that up. I don't generally follow modern French military.
Oh, bam! It continues the slap fest. Wow, monsieur. Was there a Frenchman that beat you up when you were younger or something?
No, I just don't really pay too much attention to the military history of a country that wouldn't defend itself.
Wow. Okay, fair enough, but that country has come to our assistance more often than not. Let me tell you. When it comes to American history, folks, look it up. The French, even though we won't get into what happened in the 2000s, beyond that, most of the time they're with us, which is good. But anyway, can we go back to the Yowie, man?
Sure.
They surrendered to DA once. All right. Okay.
That's why they had to ban fireworks at Euro Disney. Last big fireworks display they had, a entire French garrison surrendered to a busload of German tourists.
Bastard. That was funny. They left a memory for him. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. But there aren't any that I know of. There aren't really any videos on the Yowie, but there is a statue in Australia, and it's like all over the place. Mm-hmm. And there are images from 1907 of a Yarama swallowing a man. But the Yarama is huge. It's like 15 to 20 feet tall. That's crazy.
Monsters, man.
Yeah. Boom! That's right, Larry. That's right. So the Yowie is usually described as a hairy, ape-like creature standing upright between 2.1 meters and 3.6 meters, or 6 feet 11 up to 12 feet. The Yowie's feet are described as much larger than a human's. Yeah, knowing that they would be that size, if they were any smaller, they'd be suffering from the DJT syndrome. But anyway. But alleged Yowie tracks are inconsistent in shape and toe number. And the descriptions of Yowie foot and footprints provided by Yowie witnesses are even more varied than those of Bigfoot. The Yowie's nose is described as wide and flat. Behaviorally, some report Yowie as timid or shy. Others describe the Yowie as sometimes violent or aggressive.
No.
Much like the Sasquatch, it's regional. In some areas, the Sasquatch are reported as being very passive and trying to avoid people, and in other areas, they'll bluff charge, they'll throw rocks. Even a lot of the Native American accounts of them carrying people off.
What's the bluff charge?
A bluff charge is very much like a gorilla. Basically, it will come charging at you, barreling at you, ripping up grass, throwing trees, throwing everything out of the way. It's an intimidation attempt. And, if you've got 1,000 pounds of angry primate charging at you, yeah, I'm probably going to be a little intimidated.
Now, is the Yowie, is that all over Australia, or is it particular, like the coastal region with forest, or is it in the deserts?
So, as far as I know, it's been sightings pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, the regions on the homework that I've done specifically mentioned the Great Dividing Range. So for those of you that know a little bit of Australia, that would be inland off the East Coast. Okay. It's also in the Northern Territory, which is kind of in the center of Australia. I know when I point, I'm looking at a map north up. But anyway, the Australian Capital Territory. Oh, the French would really be scared there. Anyway, South Australia, Western Australia, New South Wales, Queensland. Wow, that's varied for the Yowie. Michael, we're talking about the Yowie, which is the Australian version of Sasquatch.
Yeah, I was listening as much as I could. I had a phone call that I had to take, and I'm sorry.
No problem at all, sir.
Sir,
things happen.
It was a potential guest of Rogers for his Monday show.
Nice,
sir. You called him Sir, DA.
I call everybody sir. That's how I was raised.
You don't call me sir, but we'll let it go.
I call you sir all the time.
You don't call me sir. You just say, "Hey, what the hell's the matter with you, stupid?" See that? Yeah, you see that laugh? There was more truth to that than I care to admit. Oh my goodness. The original name of the Yowie described unidentified Australian hominids is unclear. The term was in use back in 1875, guys, among the Kamilaroi people and documented in Reverend William Ridley's Kamilaroi and other Australian languages. This is back in 1875.
Yeah.
And then when you cut it down to the sound, the phonetic, it's Y-O with the accent mark above the long line above the O dash W-I and 2 accent marks on the I. And the way it's pronounced, Yowie, is a spirit that roams over the earth at night. Some modern writers suggested that it arose through Aboriginal legends of the Yahoo. Robert Holden recounts several stories that support this from the 19th century, including this European account from 1842. Folks, I just told you 1875. This thing goes back to 1842. When was Botany Bay? Wasn't it in the early 1800s?
I'm not sure. Let me Google that. I will find out.
Botany Bay. See, Botany Bay. We've got to get out of here. What? What's wrong, Chekhov? Sorry. Flashback. Star Trek to the Rathacon. Anyway, the natives of Australia believe in the Yahoo. This being they describe as resembling a man of nearly the same height, with long white hair hanging down from the head over the features. The arms are extraordinarily long, furnished at the extremities with great talons, and the feet turned backwards, so that on flying from man, the imprint of the foot appears as if the being had traveled in the opposite direction. Altogether, they described it as a hideous monster of an unearthly character and ape-like appearance. Did you know that, DA? I did not know that its feet were facing the other way.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's really, really a bizarre kind of turn. Apparently,
but that's from 1842.
The British established Botany Bay as a penal colony in 1788.
Okay. I was stuck on 1805, yeah. 1788. Wow.
So the Australian SAS would probably have very detailed knowledge of how to kill them. Then
probably that would be the Australians would be a good addition for international wild hunt.
Well, I already sent you one of them. Just got digging your emails.
That's true.
Or I got just was it a saber? Is that how they do their 5-man unit?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That sounds familiar.
You'd have to dig in there. I believe that's how I had it listed. It's like a 5 or 6 man unit. How they break down their smallest units.
Mm-hmm.
Just look on the wiki.
Yeah, the Australians are pretty hardcore.
What do you expect? They were the British whipping boys in 2 world wars.
In the 1850s, accounts of indigenous apes appeared in the Australian Town and Country Journal. The earliest account in November 1876 asked readers, "Who has not heard from the earliest settlement of the colony the blacks speaking of some unearthly animal or inhuman creature, namely the Yahoo devil or hairy man of the wood?" In an article entitled Australian Apes, appearing 6 years later, amateur naturalist Henry James McCooey claimed to have seen an indigenous ape on the south coast of New South Wales between Batman's Bay and Ulladulla. All right, I'm starting to get some wind to knock over some things. Gentlemen, forgive me a few moments. I'm going to close the door because I'm getting the wind whipping around the corner of the building and it's knocking things over. Forgive me. No problem.
Is that Alpha that's blowing
Stop
in?
it, General. Be nice. Be nice.
The sun is setting, Roger.
He's going to take the sword.
I don't blame him.
You know, even a blunt sword can still stab something pretty nastily.
Oh, Shit, a bee got in here.
Uh-oh. Sword's not going to do him any good now. He's overmatched.
Burn the building down.
Kill it with fire. Oh, poor Roger.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, is Roger allergic to bees?
Don't know. He may be, considering the reaction.
Ooh.
He's reverently putting the sword away.
Mm-hmm.
Roger.
It's too bad we can't make the bee sound effect loud enough you could hear it. Yeah, he's not going to hear you.
No.
They must have gone out because he's putting the sword away.
He probably scared it off.
He was intimidated. He thought that was a stake.
Sorry, I am. I've lost 13 pounds now. Yeah, a bee got in here. It's over by my coffee station where all the sugar and creamer is.
Oh, I thought you were chasing it out with the sword.
I thought about it. Anyway, we want to give another shout out to Sergio Lomelli. Thank you, Sergio. He's watching our program tonight.
You ain't allergic to bees, are you, Roger?
No, I've not been stung by bees either, so I really don't know. And I've been fortunate, but I did see the bee came in. He was a good-sized bee, too. So, again, whoever just commented right now, it's coming across. Oh, sorry, DA. Yeah, we both did it. We both clicked on it. Did you do the did we do the gorilla charge to intimidate? Oh, what the?
It's a bluff charge. Give it a bluff charge, Roger.
The bee just looked up from wherever it was chewing on the sugar, saying, "What the hell's wrong with him?"
Is there a chihuahua over there?
Yeah, I actually made Mike do a double take. That was cool. Folks, all kidding aside, we're up to 16 likes. We really appreciate you. We love you. And whoever's commenting right now, as you can see, we are not able to identify who it is. So if you'd let us know, we would appreciate it. But we are talking about Oceania creatures and stuff like that. DA, Yowie, that's in Australia. What is the Yowie in New Zealand?
The one in New Zealand is tough to pronounce. It's Moehau, the Mohau, I believe.
Sure.
And apparently there's more than one species of it, ranging in size from human size up to 12, 13 feet. And they're tool makers, so very much like the ones in my books that make stone spears and knives.
Ah, shit, them damn tool makers.
DA, are they predominantly in this? Because New Zealand is basically two islands. You have the northern, which is most inhabited. That's where several volcanoes are, but there are some in the south too. But anyway, in the south is where they have less or fewer people.
This says the Mohau, also known as the Mero, the Matau, the Tarangi, the Taugina, or the Rapuwai, described by the Maori people of New Zealand as being terrible creatures, half man, half animal, with a very aggressive temperament. They were only too happy to massacre and eat anyone that strayed into their domain. Early encounters would often talk of these creatures as exhibiting aggression and throwing rocks, which is typical Bigfoot behavior, to frighten people off. It was these creatures, largely found in the Coromandel Ranges, the mountains, that were thought to be responsible for the find of a headless, partially devoured body of a prospector in the Martha Mine region in 1882. Later, further up the foothills, a corpse of a woman was found. It was discovered she'd been dragged from the shack in which she lived, and the remainder of her family were away, and her neck had been snapped.
Wow. We all did it. Mike and I, we did a double take on that one. Jeez. Wow, dude. That story ended fast. Jeez.
Yeah, there's a long article on them, but it's really worth a read. And I'm getting this from the Cryptid Wiki. And it says on the topic of aggressive behavior.
Stuff there. Yeah.
On the topic of aggressive behavior, Taongians were greatly feared by the population of the lower Wangani Valley, as they were said to viciously attack any fishermen who strayed into their territory. This vicious behavior seems to have abated in more modern encounters as the beasts in most instances flee on sight of humans. But I guess they're still seeing them today.
Yeah, no
when
kidding.
When the Moai upgraded from their tribal weapons to bang sticks, they leveled the playing field.
The Rapawai are believed from legend to be able to crush any strong Maori warrior with ease, employing their large, powerful hands.
As a matter of fact, we don't know what's going on, Aurelio. You're showing up as Facebook user now.
It's weird.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Earlier, he showed up as Aurelio earlier.
Earlier, yes.
It may be something to do with StreamYard.
Well, I've had it happen once before. I signed in too early. I signed in right as the show was starting, and it was coming up as Facebook user. But as soon as I jumped out and jumped back in, it cleared up.
Okay, fair enough. If you do a search for Australian Bigfoot, there's quite a bit of imagery, and there's one. Wow, I'm gonna. Jeez, I am gonna download this image right now. This is from Australia. Wow, this guy is close. I don't know. Check it out. I'm going to upload it right now. Give me a moment. And this is very close. The image is coming up in about 3 seconds. There it is. Boom. Wow. I don't know when, but it does have a mark on it. Sunshine Coast Yowie Reserve. It doesn't show in the image that I'm showing you, but and I know you can barely see the bottom of the fence right here in the image, but this is a street sign. It looks like a chevron. And a chevron are those arrows, the directional arrows. I found that out. I work for the road department, but anyway. There's quite a few images when you look at Australian Bigfoot, man. Well, actually, when you add the word Yowie. Yowie. That was lame.
Yeah, and a lot of the reports coming out of Australia indicate they're fairly aggressive. There's, like prospectors that go up to try to pan gold in the mountains, get ran out, things like that. Which also happens here in the States. A lot of the logging industry has just filled with tales of loggers that have been chased out of logging camps.
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. There's quite a bit. But you guys should take a look at it and check it out. But all right, fair enough. Do you have any other creatures you want to talk about, DA? Any ones in particular?
Nothing really popped to mind. I mean, I was looking at some of the ones on here. Some of them are fairly fantastical. Like there's one
very much so.
One called
the Gazika.
The Zio Maru creature, which they thought was a sea monster that a Japanese trawler had plowed up while fishing off the coast of New Zealand. Turned out it was the rotted remains of a basking shark. And some of the others are just a little just basically folk tales. But apparently some of them they take very, very seriously, though.
Yes, some of them are considerably older because we know that the islands have been inhabited for 30,000 years. And here's the one that I mentioned to DA. This is the Gazika, also called the Papuan Devil Pig, was said to resemble a tapir or giant sloth, having a long proboscis-like snout. And some theories suggest it may be a descendant of an extinct marsupial belonging to the family Pelorchestidae. Yeah, I don't know.
A wombat and a tapir had a bastard child.
That's big for a tapir.
Yeah. An English traveler named K.A.W. Monckton went to the west of British New Guinea, Mount Albert Edward, discovered the giant footprints and other signs of recent stay, a monster with cloven hooves, which apparently roams the grassy plains surrounding the lake on the slopes at an altitude of about 3,800 meters. So if you just do simple math, we'll call it 4,000 meters. That's somewhere between, 15,000 and maybe 16,000 feet, give or take?
Something like that, yeah.
That's pretty high up.
But you're talking about New Guinea, most of that's still unexplored jungle, ain't it?
Yeah, a lot of it is. It is thick jungle out there, rainforest. But DA is right. A lot of the cryptids in Oceania seem to be fantastical.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't go out on a limb and say, oh, they couldn't possibly exist, because you never know. I mean, folklore has a way of proving itself to be true. So I'll remain comfortably skeptical.
Yeah,
they're the British.
Yeah. Oh no, that couldn't possibly exist. Until somebody drags a body in.
Yeah, here's another one that is this one, as well. Check it out. This one is known as, I believe, the Kaboon. You'll see it in just a moment. The definition of this little rat bastard. Forgive me a moment. I got to find it again. The Kabagon. I apologize. Check it out. You see, was a cryptid first spotted by a Japanese fishing ship, the 28th Komodo Maru, in 1974 off Littleton, New Zealand. So they saw this thing. Could have been a rock. Could have been, and depends where in New Zealand. I'll have to look up Littleton. I conceivably could have seen that as a rock with maybe volcanic items on the rock.
Back to Japanese sea and stuff. Did they just have too much damn sake or a bad batch?
I don't know. It could have been. Now, the name Kabagon literally means hippo monster in Japanese language. The naming was said to be, of course, on impulse. Most notable features of the creature are very large eyes and nostrils, and a large head measuring 1.5 meters in height from under the nostrils to the top of the head. Coloration is grayish. In general, the head of the creature somewhat resembles Umibozu. And the Umibozu is a sea spirit from Japanese mythology. Wow. Yeah, DA, you're right. I really thought we would see some more maybe conventional cryptids. And it's varied. Nowhere near Africa.
Yeah, Africa had about 240 some different cryptid species.
But there were fewer, at least in our humble opinion, there were fewer fantastical ones.
Right. Mm-hmm. They're all ones that were either animals that were thought to have gone extinct, or variants of modern animals.
Oh, someone commented a few months ago on this article saying, I've noticed that Kabagon has a striking similarity to the Godzilla monster Hedorah, and his debut film Godzilla vs. Hedorah, released in 1971. Not too long before Kabagon was seen. Coincidence? The poster says, I think not.
That's funny.
Yeah. Go ahead, General.
Government cover-up.
What's the best way to make people think a monster's fantastical? Put it in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, that's funny.
I think I'm going to have to sign off, Roger. I've got some people coming in early in the morning, and I've got to get myself together. So,
yeah,
Michael, thank you for being here.
Oh, Michael, yes, Admiral. Yes, sorry, sir.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Michael.
Everyone enjoy. I'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you
Appreciate
for coming.
it. There's another creature. Is it the Wagi? According to Noongar culture, a snake-like dreamtime creature responsible for the creation of a swan and Canning rivers and other waterways and landforms around present-day Perth, and southwest of Western Australia. The wagi, or rainbow serpent, as it was known in the southwest of Australia, created many of the local landscape features before the Porangarups and of the coast of Fremantle. It was delegated to protect the rivers, lakes, springs, and wildlife. This is more folklore then, right? This one. Yeah. So, DA, knowing
Yes,
all
sir.
this stuff that we've been looking at, in general, what would you rather deal with? A Yowie or a dream Bigfoot in heat?
I would say we'll let Dream handle all of them.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Not that I'm overtly disappointed, but there is. Oh, there it is. There you go, Dream. That's just for you, brother. Oh yeah.
He's probably not listening anymore.
No, he's with the family right now. Not that I'm disappointed or anything, DA, but geez, they didn't have as much as I thought they would.
No, I thought they would have be more than that.
What they do have is fantastical, but gentlemen and gentlewomen, look up good evening, Luis Noriega. Thank you for the like. We're up to 17, folks. Thank you. Like it. Let me see if I have my count correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, I got 17. Yeah, those are big. But the Yowie apparently has bad attitude, so I don't know, man. I don't think I'd want to play with that. That creature, though, that picture of the Yowie, the one that looked like he was just on the other side of that fence, that did not look good, man.
No, that doesn't. And it doesn't look friendly. Just its posture.
Its upper body, looks pretty
it's
thick up on
broad.
top. Yeah,
It's a broad animal.
yeah, that's crazy. We have who looks asleep? Luis, you gonna throw a rock? Who are we talking about? Oh, is he? Oh, wait, is he talking about one of the creatures? Probably.
Possible.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. There's actually a statue of Yowie in Kilcoy, Queensland, Australia, and it just looks like a. Well, I'm gonna pull up the image right now. We do have to attribute the author, so forgive me a moment. This author is by SEO75. Photograph was taken by the self. So SEO75. He is the one that posted this, so we have to give him credit. Thank you for doing that. But this statue is, I mentioned, in Kilcoy, Australia.
Huh.
It's like a prehistoric man.
Yeah.
Neutered.
Prehistoric Kindle.
Yeah. That's funny.
Todd Hunter says, does Australia have a Dogman equivalent? I might have missed it. The website doesn't mention it, but I know from the North American Dogman Project's website that there are reports of Dogman sightings in Australia. So they're there as well.
That's crazy. That is my line, isn't it, DA? Annoyingly enough. Oh, General. I guess my brother is thinking that you're the siesta hunter tonight.
I'm just kind of hanging out here.
Yep, I think it just looks like it looks like your eyes are a bit closed, Could be, just looks that way. It's all right. I close my eyes when I'm tired. That's all there is to it. Because I love hanging with the guys. But all right. We actually covered quite a few animals, folks. There really isn't too much more. There's a lot of fantastical, like DA said, and not meaning to repeat him, but it's fantastical. It's really way out there. And there are no real images. The ones that we were showing you are drawn. So there wasn't even any of that.
Well, that image you found of the Yowie walking through that field's pretty wild.
Yeah, I've deleted the others already, DA, but I'm keeping that little rat.
Yeah, that's a very clear image
close.
too. Yeah, I would definitely say that it's danger close.
What, guys? 50 feet?
Unless they're using a telephoto lens, I would say that's probably, and the height of that road sign, I'm going to guess it's probably taken from the cab of a vehicle.
Yeah, and it's interesting the way StreamYard is kind of cropping a little bit of the image. You see more of the chevron, and you can clearly make out what it is, and you can see that there's more space in front of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
So forgive me. I've seen the originating image. Yeah, I think he's about 50 feet away. He might even be less. No, yeah, it's about 50 feet.
Again, danger close, Roger.
Yeah, yeah.
You just think about his stride.
Oh, don't. I don't want
to. As powerful as those creatures are, that barbed wire fence there probably was not going to deter it.
Deter it? Hell, he'll hop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was not a nice image. Me no likey.
Coming in the door, Roger.
Did your mama know you're being mean to me?
She don't care.
She don't care. Uh-huh. Okay. Mira, cabrón, si vas a seguir. See, that was the real Nightmare Hunter showing forth. Sorry. Wow. That, that sounds like a boring Jaws. Dude, if you're trying to set me off, I don't want to play. But folks, when you do look up the images, as I mentioned, Australian Bigfoot, not only do you get these varied images, there are many videos, and they don't look nice, man. They look scary. Wow. Yeah. I don't want to go to Australia anymore.
Don't go in the bush.
Unless I go with Dream, because I know I can outrun that bastard. He's younger than I am, but I can outrun him. I'm sorry, Dream.
Always go with somebody you can outrun.
I can outrun you, pal. I can outrun you. I know I can, and I've already got a foot in the grave. So
you want to go play? You want to go play on a cattle station, Roger?
That's funny. No, I don't want to. I did get my results, folks, from my emergency room visit on May 15th. Excuse me. And much to the shock of even everyone in my family, the readings that I got. Do I actually have it here right now? Or is it somewhere else? Forgive me. No, that's... I think I was actually uploading it, or I was having my assistant scan the documents. But the 50 readings that they gave me on the report, I was shocked that I was within the norms of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, my sugar was 93, which I think is high, but it's within the norm. Normal was 70 to 120. I was at 93, so I was fortunate. My high blood pressure, when everything calmed down, was a lot better. So I was really happy. It was low. I've always joked, and I'm not sure if I told this to DA, but every time a nurse would say, "Wow, you have low blood pressure. It's really low." I said, "Yeah, too bad that wasn't attractive, huh? If it were."
So what he's just saying, Roger, you short-circuited?
No, it's not that. Forgive me a moment, gentlemen. I just received a text message from someone right here. I have to do something real quick, which I'm doing now as we speak. I'm logging into my program because there's an issue with something that we just did. So I had to open it up, and now...
Something we did on here?
No, it's something that was done here on my computer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I corrected it. And let me see. Try it now. Exit and then go back in. My Inland Empire manager was here just before we went live, and we were going over a return. And she just said she wasn't able to open it. So, okay, well, let me go in and open it, then close it. So I just did. Hopefully that'll work. Anyway, all right. So what do you guys want to talk about since we've gone over the cryptids in Oceania?
I don't know. I think, like I said, I expected there to be more.
Yeah. So we are definitely going to hit the Pacific region next week, but we're also going to specialize in the Philippines. And we're going to do that one.
We should have Aurelio come on the show and talk about it.
Aurelio? It's during the day, though. He's midday for him. But Aurelio, actually, if Aurelio would like to join us, oh my God, did you hear my voice crack? Mr. Lopez, if you would like to join us, we would be willing to adjust our time within reason. So I had to lower my voice because he's cracking.
If he's not busy now, I'll send him a link.
Aurelio, I'm on aboard, man. But the doctor maybe... He might be listening to this while he's treating patients. That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
Oh, man.
Like the plastic surgeon. Was the plastic surgeon when he showed the traffic court, Roger?
I don't know, but I do know he's a doctor on his Facebook page. I was genuinely surprised.
He's also an author.
Yes, that's right. We do have to have him join us.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
No. I'm talking about Ray. I was talking about there was a case out in California.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I think it was a plastic surgeon. He was showed up for traffic court, and he was in the middle of surgery. And
oh my God! Yes, I think I saw it on YouTube, dude. The judge lost his mind. Wow, what a jerk, dude! What a jerk. You're right. I had forgotten about that.
What happened?
It's exactly, yeah. Go ahead, General, please.
From what I remember, the dude had to go for the judge in traffic court while they was doing court cases virtually. Well, he had everything set up, and he was in mid surgery, and the judge like, "Are you doing surgery?" Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Zoom meeting. Dude, it was on Zoom. What a jerk. That's a Yowie just taking a stroll on the road.
Maybe that's why the Australian truck trains have such big motors just to run their ass over.
Dude, you've seen those videos. Those things are immense. And then they have, what are those, gentlemen? Those bumpers up in those steel? They're like cattle, or what are they?
Yeah, they're push bumpers to get cattle out of the way.
Wow.
Might be a Yowie bumper.
Could be. They welded spikes to it.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, you gotta remember they're pulling, what, 3 or 4 48-foot box fans and all? I mean, those are massive damn trucks, if I'm thinking correctly.
Oh, my brother says, what are you guys going to talk about? The fruit bat that has a wingspan of 4 feet wide in the Philippines?
Nice.
Well, if it's not a cryptid, if it's real, we probably won't talk about it.
Probably not.
Is that what's flying around behind you, Roger?
Oh, nice try, pal.
It's just the bee.
Do you know what is the really cool thing? Is I am actually able to see what's behind me. So as I'm looking at the video, because, okay, here's the narcissist that I am. I'm now looking directly at the camera. Now I'm looking at the video screen where all of us are. So I can see what's behind me. Because of you, General. I can't look directly at the camera because then I cannot see anything. I used to have great corner vision. I'm getting older, man. it was joked that I could see around corners and that I could hear around corners. What happened one time I was in the office further back and someone was walking in, they were whispering, but the wind had come in with them and they were talking. So of course the sound waves carried in. And I could almost hear them words. I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? Stop it. And they were like 30 feet away from me. But I was able to hear there because the sound waves carried over to me. So it became, it wasn't a rumor, it was real. They believed that I could hear around corners. And then I always had marvelous corner vision where, well, you know what? I don't have good vision down here. But if someone is off to my right and they're signaling me numbers and stuff, I can count the numbers. I could be looking straight ahead at 90-degree angles. Okay, I can't see it now. Oh, there it is. Yep, I can see my fingers. So it's crazy. Now I'm looking at the camera, and I can see movement, and I can see the numbers being held up. So, wow. What the hell is that crawling on your ceiling? I believe that's Aurelio. So, I don't know. If there was something crawling up on my ceiling, I would have actually have expected Hudson to say, signal's clean. A whole lot of them. They're closing. 7, 6. What do you mean? That's inside the room. It's reading right, man. Well, you're not reading it right. That's from Aliens. Oh, my God. And it was my brother, Luis, that introduced me to the movie Aliens. It was great. He said, Raj, oh, my God, you got to see this movie. Oh, he'd say, Roger, you got to see this movie. Oh, man. Remember the first movie, Alien? Dude, the Marines, there's a whole bunch of Marines, and they get butchered in a room. Oh, yeah. That's the movie I want to go see where a bunch of Marines get killed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And he rented the movie, and I saw it, and that movie scared the living crap out of me. But it has become one of my favorite movies of all time. Yes. General, you've seen Aliens, have you not?
I believe so. Bits and pieces.
Oh, good God. That is required viewing if you want to be in the Nightmare Hunter. Game over, man. Game over. Dude, it's got some of the best lines, dude.
That it does.
Oh. Jeez. And a lot of them were just made up. It was a taut story. It is well done. We will oh yeah. Yes. 5x5, baby. And there's actually a lot of humor that if on YouTube, if you look it up, folks, and I'm sorry, you should buy the video, but on YouTube, you can find the 3-hour plus making of Aliens on YouTube. And I recommend you check it out. Not you, General. Not you. You have to watch the movie first. But Aliens, oh my goodness. And the making of, they do a real deep dive into the movie, and they talk about all the work that they did. And I'm not sure if you've seen it, DA, but it is a shame what they did and does not show up on screen. On the drop ship, they designed their squadron thing, and it's like this eagle coming in for a kill, and it's got these massive, large tennis shoes, and it's bug stompers.
That's funny.
And it's really cool, but you almost never get to see it.
This better not be another bug hunt.
Oh yeah, God, Hudson. Oh my God. And then on Pharaoh, I don't know if you noticed, but it says "Fly the Friendly Skies" on her cap or her helmet. Oh my God. What they did is they went through a 2-week training course while they were filming the movie, and while they went to a boot camp for 2 weeks, and they were given their uniforms, and they were said, "Go ahead, mark them up. Go ahead, mark them up as you so see fit." And it was cool. Well, Hicks, who replaced the actor, already had his equipment and everything marked up, so he just kept it. But I forget the name of the gentleman that was let go 3 days, and he's well known. He usually plays a baddie in a lot of stuff.
So Michael Biehn wasn't the original choice?
No, and they do talk about it. And there's a scene or two where the other actor is still in the movie. Kind of like in Back to the Future. You guys know that, right?
Mm.
Paul Stoltz. There's a scene that he's still in the movie. You guys know where that is?
Mm-mm.
Paul Stoltz takes a shot at Biff in the not the cantina, but
The car.
not the car, but where Biff shows up for the first time. Hey, McFly, anybody home, McFly? It's in that scene where they're in the diner. There it is, the diner. Yeah. Because Michael J. Fox the gentleman who played Biff said, "Yeah, I don't recall filming that scene again with Michael J. Fox." So even he is certain that Paul Stoltz was left in the scene. My brother purchased an old game for me years ago for the Commodore 64. It was called Aliens. Folks, I think you can play that movie online now. You should look it up. It's a fun game, and it takes a lot of the scenes in the movie. And you got to keep your Marines alive, because the more Marines you keep alive as the game progresses, the easier it is for you to get through the game. If you lose your Marines up front, you're effed. But you've got to land the ship. There's a landing sequence. And then the other sequences, you got 4 Marines separated. And you got to get them back to the APC. And then the other scene is where you got to hold off the aliens as they're coming at you with a flamethrower while everyone's trying to get away into the vents. And once you hold them off long enough, then you got to race through the vents to get out. It is a cool game, man. And the more Marines you have, the easier it is for you to survive. But it's a tough game. And at the very end, you get to fight. You get to slap around the wench. The alien queen. Oh, sorry, General. You haven't seen it.
It's a good movie.
It's all good, Roger.
The game is fun, folks. And I believe you can play it online now. It's the Aliens. It used to be on the Commodore 64. That was a fun game. And I admit, Lewis, I am eternally grateful.
I had a Commodore 64 at one point.
Yeah. That one was a fun game. My brother also got me another game, which was, since I got the Commodore, I think I was still in school. I was maybe a senior. Or I was just out of high school. And my brother went out of his way looking for games. He would play it every once in a while, but he was buying the games for me. And he purchased this one called Harpoon.
I think I remember that one.
And actually, you know what? I take it back. It might not have been Harpoon. But it was about the Navy hydrofoil.
Mm-hmm.
Like a PT boat. And it said it's Top Gun on the high seas. My brother said he read that. He says, I got to get that. And it was fun. You were playing different missions, and you were protecting the American coast in a hydrofoil.
I was the king of Choplifter.
Oh, Choplifter, yeah.
I played the hell out of that game.
Now, another game that my brother and I found out about, it was Red Storm Rising.
That was mostly a text-based game, wasn't it?
No, it was a video game on the Commodore. And
I don't think I got to play that
from the movie. Oh, my brother loved playing. That's the game that he would play.
I could find that.
Yeah, Red Storm Rising, folks. Now, there have been several books, obviously, and several other things that have happened. But if you look up, I think I'll find it right now. Folks, that was a fun Red Storm Rising.
Well, gentlemen, it's getting close to midnight here on the East Coast, so I'm going to sign off.
All right, man. You have a good night. Thanks for coming on.
As a matter of fact,
birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's going to be 11 o'clock where you are, right, DA? Yeah, we may not make it to your birthday.
All right, gentlemen, you have a good evening.
You too.
General, thank you. And
Be
General,
safe, Josh.
Forgive me, General. I did not forget. I'm going to talk to you this week. Is that all right, sir?
You're fine, Roger.
I appreciate that, young man. I got distracted with some stuff, so I apologize. All right, thank you, man. But I do thank you for visiting Jedi Tax Online, and I did do the research. That's why I got to get a hold of you. Thank you, Josh. We'll be in contact.
All right. Talk to you later, Roger.
Have a good night, Josh.
See you later.
Thanks for coming, man.
All right, folks, I did find it. It's Red Storm Rising. It is absolutely awesome. It was in 1988 by Microprose, and it's a simulation video game based on Tom Clancy's 1986 novel Red Storm Rising. If you think about it, folks, it was 2 years after the book. Wow. And it was released in 88. The player is put in charge of an American SSN submarine in the Norwegian Sea Theater, with an overall role of hunter-killer performing various submarines in the context of the global conflict described in the book, representing a campaign.
So you were the Ferris.
Oh, very good. There were several ships. Yes, there were several submarines in the game. You had the USS Los Angeles class attack ship, and you also had the Advanced. They also had the Sea Wolf, but the Sea Wolf was kind of like super overkill.
Well, the Ferris was the anti-submarine warfare ship in the book.
Very good. Yes, very good. Lewis says Red Storm Rising was convoy duty from the Atlantic, England. To New York. That's correct. There were so many different scenarios, but it played out like the book. So you had to beat the Soviets, but you didn't have to win every engagement if you played the campaign. And what was beautiful is when you started up the engagement again, everything was different. So your general orders are there, but it's not, the ships are not in the same spot or whatever. But it was terribly exciting because you were basically driving, you were a sub-driver. And you had no periscopes, no nothing. All you had was sonar, and all you had was the, I forget the one, where you're hearing, you're listening. I forget what type of sonar that's called. The passive sonar, yes. And let me tell you, you could get ambushed by some diesel subs that were very quiet. But it was a great game, and you learned all about the thermal layer. The game explained to you about the thermal layer in the ocean.
So I need to find and play that game. It sounds fun. I remember all that from the book.
Oh my god, it was fun. Red Storm Rising, and the thing about the Commodore, it had an overlay that fit over the keyboard. So all your commands, F1 was slow, then you had medium and flank, and then you had to activate your torpedoes. Because remember, the Commodore had the F1 and F4 keys on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little different how it would be used. But if you can get the PC version for it, because it was for PC 98, Amiga, Atari, and the Commodore.
Imagine the graphics are somewhat lacking by modern standards, but it still sounds like it'd be fun.
Oh my god, folks, the games could go 2 hours. And here's the thing. I forget how many, there was like 8 or 10 engagements. You didn't have to win all of them. But you could, depending on how well you did, is whether you ended up in a good position for the United States or not. Because you could only play it as an American sub, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a lot of fun. Can you hear that?
That kind of clicking in the background. Yeah, what is it?
That's the music from the game.
Oh.
Check it out. Oh, come on. There it is. I mean, it's not bad. Guys, if you ever get a chance, this was a fun game.
Well, I loved the book, so I'm sure I would love the game.
Yeah. Now, there was another one, and I'm not sure if my brother was referring to that one. It was called Strike Fleet. That one was impressive. But yeah, this is Red Storm Rising. See, this video goes 2 hours. Someone's playing the game right here. And here it is, Red Storm Rising. So it does give you a story. Your failures could mean the destruction of NATO and the defeat of America. It's funny. It's very simple graphics, but there it is. It's will you be just another casualty of war? Your only monument, a twisted steel tomb at the bottom of the sea. Yeah, the graphics are very simple, but let me tell you, it was intense. And you just play. There it is. See, here's the game. You have this is the game right here. That's the tactical display. And you have your heading, your speed, your depth, and then you have what's your rudder, your level. Oh, contact, as it says. And it's
sonar contact.
Yep. And it's saying bearing 327. The strength of the contact, it's about 27,000 yards above the layer. That's what that arrow is telling me. But it's also, it was cool. So forgive me. If you guys have a chance, and you can play it for free right now.
What's the website?
Oh, my goodness. It's some of those older games. Forgive me a moment. I just got a late message. Someone. Whenever they say sorry for contacting you late.
Not a problem, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Red Storm Rising for the Commodore 64. It was also available for the PC. You can actually buy it on 5.5-inch disc. Now there is a game.
I haven't seen a 5.5-inch floppy drive in forever.
Yeah. So there's a basic game that you could play, kind of like the land and air engagement type stuff. And it was all based on the book. Lewis says I start the book and chapter 17 and I read it all the way to the end. It's a good book. It's fun. Sorry, folks, I got way off topic on this one, but Red Storm Rising, it is really fun. Where can you play it? I think maybe on Games Database. It also might be on My Abandonware. You can download it for free at romshub.com. But some of these older games that collect all these games, you can check it out. You can find it. If you do a search for it, where can I play Red Storm Rising? Actually, I think that's probably it right there. Red Storm Rising from the Commodore 64. Oh, Moby Games.
Nice.
That's a well-known website. Yeah, you have the literature, you have the material. Yeah.
Weird. My camera just got blurry.
Oh, yeah, it did, didn't it?
I'm going to stop it and restart it.
Okay. So we lost the A there for a moment. Oh, he's back. Went blurry again.
I don't know why it's blurry.
It's because it's in denial of your birthday that's getting near.
Yeah. So I guess I'm in Sasquatch mode.
I believe. There it is. That's funny.
I don't know why it did it. It's not like it quit working. It just got blurry.
Is there something on your lens?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I played with the resolution and it fixed it.
There it is. Yeah, you're back.
Didn't like that resolution for some reason, so I changed it.
Yeah, no kidding. One of my brother's favorite ships was the Reuben James.
Nice.
And it's been in several ships. Of course, it's from the movie. Not the movie, the book. And I believe it is in Red Storm Rising, the Reuben James.
Mm-hmm. I believe you're right.
Well, alrighty. What else do you want to talk about, DA?
I don't know. What would you like to talk about, my good sir?
We've only talked about Red Storm Rising already for a few minutes. We haven't officially talked about that one in a long time.
True.
Did we ever go over it?
I don't know if we did or not. It's a great book.
In 1986, Tom Clancy wrote the follow-up to his bestseller, The Hunt for Red October. And it was Red Storm Rising. And he went out of his universe. It was the only time he left his universe. And he returned to the Jack Ryan universe right after this. It's really the only book that does not have a place anywhere in his universe. But the characters, Toland is Ryan.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
can read that, but it's a great book, and I'm given to understand it's required reading at the Naval Academy.
Really?
I read that somewhere.
They used it in the movie The Hunt for Red October. That's funny. I wonder if I guess they really did, huh? They used it in the movie. The Reuben James was a Oliver Hazard Perry frigate. And there is a frigate at the very end of the movie in The Hunt for Red October. The helicopter pilot in Red Storm Rising was also used in Clear and Present Danger. Interesting. Now, the pilot in the Clear and Present Danger movie who says, "Good luck, boys," when he drops them in, and he tells them 5 minutes and all that stuff. That actor, I had the chance of interviewing. He played the character of Admiral Forrest in Enterprise. His name is Vaughn Armstrong. And he came aboard as a guest to discuss Star Trek and other stuff that he had done. And I don't know how we got to it, but I said, "Hey, you were in Red Storm or Clear
for Red October."
Actually, the Clear and Present Danger, and he said yes. And I said, "Yeah, did you read the book?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I read the book. When I was offered Colonel Johns, I was like, wow, I'm gonna have this massive role." And yeah, it didn't happen. And he's the one that stated, well, if they wanted the support of the military, they couldn't have anyone that disobeyed orders. And as you know in the book, Colonel Johns, however you look at it, he disobeyed orders. And he was a Medal of Honor winner, too. So the United States was not going to support a movie where one of its finest basically disobeys orders. So that's why the movie was restructured the way it was. I enjoyed the movie, but it is significantly different from the book, because in the book it was a company that invaded Colombia, not a squad of 12 boys. It was 200 men. That is an invasion.
Yeah, it was mostly people made up from the light infantry divisions, the mountain forces.
Yeah, they were special.
That was also the first introduction of one of my favorite characters, Ding Chavez.
That's right.
I love that guy.
Yes.
In fact, I wish they, as they were starting to phase out more of Clark because he was getting old, I wish they'd have done a couple of Ding books. I think Domingo would have been a great solo character.
Now, I am a William Dafoe fan. He's not Clark. No, not even close. Not even close.
I do like Willem Dafoe, but
oh, good God, yes.
Who would you have cast as Tom Clark?
Not William Dafoe.
John Clark, not Tom Clark.
Well, I knew who you meant. Sorry. It killed me when he's talking to the guy and he says, La cuenta, por favor. Like, oh my God, this is a man who could speak 6 languages. He could disappear into the culture. And la cuenta, por favor. Like, oh my God, I'm in the theater just like, that's not Clark. Oh my God, and everyone around me is like, what the hell's the matter with him? You having a spasm or something?
I think, considering the one that was made and the man's age at the time, I think Michael Biehn would have been a great John Clark. He played Navy in that movie Navy SEALs. Michael Biehn he was the Terminator in the first Terminator.
Yeah, Hicks.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Plays a military part very well.
Yeah, I just didn't see. Look, I enjoyed William Dafoe in the movie, but Clark, he is not.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. But I did enjoy the movie Clear and Present Danger. It's very well. When Ryan has a confrontation with the president, oh man, I loved it. I loved it at the end. How dare you, sir? How dare you yell at me like I'm some sort of junkyard dog? Well, it gives me no joy, sir. And I'm on my way. I got to go tell the Senate committees. Oh, you're not going to do that. I'm not. You got yourself a chip in the big game now. He is I think his name is Moffat, the character, the actor. Wow, what a job as a swarmy, president. He did very well. And I forget who was in the book. He was a former attorney.
Yeah, I think so.
And he was banging the national security advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was a wench, dude.
Oh, I hated that woman. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I loved it when Jack's wife got her back in front of, I forget which family it was. Oh, I think it was a reporter's family.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. And both of them were just like, uh-oh, something's going on here.
Jack's wife is nobody to tangle with.
Yeah, she's wild.
She's very formidable.
Yeah. She thought Jack was doing stuff, and then she found out that she was wrong. Yeah, that was a shame because he was trying to do it. In the book, which did not show up in the movie, folks, and I don't know if my brother remembers this, but one of the moments in the book was when they're in Panama, and Ritter and Moore had the epiphany, or they had, the ghost of Christmas past visited them, and they realized what they had done wrong. And they get the message. Remember, it comes in by courier, and they almost shoot his head off. No! I mean, I gotta get this to Dr. Ryan. And the courier gets, and he reads it, and I remember he said, to Director of Intelligence.
It no longer said acting.
Right. He said the title was in and of itself said the message. And I think they basically said, what do you need? I mean, that was the whole message. What do you need? And yeah, but those guys were kicked out because of what they did. Yeah. See, Ritter and Moore made up for it in the book because Ritter was, he was a bastard in the movie.
Ritter was a jerk.
Oh, he was great. And
I was always waiting for Ryan to just punch him out.
Yeah.
Never happened, but I always wanted it.
You broke the law. You're going to jail. Not yet. Do you have one of these, Jack? A get out of jail free card. I don't think you have one of these, do you? What a jerk, dude. But it was true. He had it.
Mm-hmm.
The world is great, Jack. Yeah, Ritter. I forget the name of the actor who does that, but he was also in the first Mission Impossible. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal job as the IMF director. I want him on a plane, and I want him manning a radar tower in Alaska before the end of the day. Jeez, he was so good, man. He was great. Oh, that's fun. Sorry, folks. We're way out of yeah.
Yeah, we didn't just go down the rabbit hole. We just dove in head first.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny in the movie. Oh my God, it was hilarious, guys. If you see the scene again, absolutely see the scene. Ryan's trying to get the thing, and if you look at the actor, he's playing it very well. Well, he says, may we fly your? Can we test out your? Oh no. We don't do that anymore. And you can see like the mean streak just to have the guy walk away. But it is for sale. You know, he throws a little fish out there. He says, oh, okay, well, how much? You know, can I leave a deposit? Yeah, how much? $5 million. And then he says, would you take a company check? The guy's like, if you look at how well it is the actor who plays, like, yeah, whatever. Oh, si, senor.
Yeah, I'll take that check.
Yeah, I'll take that. That was great. Oh, it was so funny. And then when he gets onto the helicopter, get off my plane. Nah, no. It's my plane. And he gives him the title. And Clark is like, you bought the plane. Oh, my God. I saw it in the theater on opening day. I think my mother went with me and a few other people. Oh, man, the theater just died laughing. No. My plane. Or my chopper, or whatever.
Have you seen the new zombie movie, Army of the Dead?
No, but I want to, and because of what's her face that she's in it. She plays the Jet Reno in Star Trek Discovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that comedian, the engineer.
Yeah, I really liked the movie.
You did.
Some people, my wife and I watched it. To me, to get my wife to watch a zombie movie is a major accomplishment.
And she's your editor, wow, yeah. Or one of your readers. Sorry,
yeah. And she doesn't like zombie movies at all. But I talked her into watching it because she likes Dave Bautista because of Guardians of the Galaxy. So we sat down and watched it, and it's actually fairly long for a zombie film. Most zombie films run 95 minutes, 90 minutes. This one's like 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that. So really? It comes in a little heavier, but the action scenes are great. There are a lot of hidden Easter eggs in it. There's more going on with the plot than we realized first watch through, and I'm probably going to watch it again to see what I missed the first time, because it's setting itself up for a sequel, but it's also got something. Well, the zombie virus comes out of Area 51, so knowing that, you can guess the origin of the zombie virus. It's not terrestrial. And you start seeing elements of that throughout the movie. And I want to go back and watch it again because there was a number of them I missed.
Okay. Wow.
And it was very well thought out. And because I read an explanation for why the movie was the way it was, because I was a little confused by some of it. And so I watched a video on YouTube about it, and they talked about all the little things going on. And no kidding. Too bad we can't go there. But the movie's actually very well thought out, and if it plays out for the sequel the way they were talking about in this fan video, it's going to be intense. The second one's going to be great. The preview kind of said it all. There's a zombie tiger, and that zombie tiger hops up on the hood of a car, and one of the guys of their team goes, "That's not right."
Oh man,
there's humor in it, but the action is fantastic, and I gotta say, while not quite on a John Wick level of action, the action's intense and for the most part believable. You got a few hotheads that try to get their way through just on sheer volume of fire, and then you've got others that are professionals, and it shows. And apparently Dave Bautista, before doing the role, did, I think it was a 6-week course with Navy SEALs to teach him the skills he needed to make the movie look real. And Batista did a really good job. And I don't generally say that because I don't think he's much of an actor, but he did a really good job in that. Most pro wrestlers turned actors aren't generally very good actors, but
Oh, now I know who you're talking about. Yes. Okay.
Dave Batista did a good job in the Guardians of the Galaxy series because they don't give him a lot of lines.
I gotcha.
But he was the main character in this, and he actually did a really good job. I was surprised. I liked the movie, and I will definitely watch it again.
Fair enough. Hey, so what are you going to be doing in about 26 minutes? Or no, sorry, 36 minutes.
But I don't know. We'll either still be on the air or I'll be in there aggravating my wife.
Well, but it'll be your birthday, dude.
True.
That'll be cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah. We've got a restaurant here in town. Well, it's actually just off the edge of town between Springfield and Branson, called Lambert's, and it's all home cooked style food like fried chicken, ribs, chicken fried steak, and they make these homemade yeast rolls that are about this big. They're just massive, and that's where they asked me where I wanted to go for my birthday dinner. I'm like, I want to go to Lambert's.
All right, sounds cool. Sounds good.
Oh, thanks, Dream. Thanks,
Happy
buddy.
Birthday, yes. Thomas Whitney. So we actually have quite a few people watching. Folks, let us know. Give a hi. We can celebrate a DA's birthday early. I'm not singing. I'll lose the audience. But we have quite a few people watching this right now. Who is still with us? We're up to 17 likes, and we have several people watching.
Yeah.
Well, we know Dream's here, and I think my brother's here as well. So, should we do a roll call? Come on, folks. Let us know. Oh, are we going? There it is.
Finally turning 22. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's more like 51, but thank you for the compliment.
Well, I was going to say plus 29.
Yeah, plus 29. It's not the years, it's the mileage.
Yeah. And there it is, my brother as well.
Thank you, sir.
Birthday, PA. Yeah. Oh, by the way, happiest birthdays to you. Yeah, sorry. That was in the Latin. Oh, did you like my little plethora when I was talking about something?
I saw her just slip that in.
Yeah.
Like, you worked in plethora.
I was reading the game, right? Or something. Or one of the monsters. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the monsters.
He says, happy 30th anniversary of your 21st birthday. That's correct.
That's right. I'm celebrating the 30th anniversary of my 21st birthday.
Yeah, where did I stop at? I think it was 37, was it? Yeah, it was 37. So I am celebrating the 15th anniversary of my 37th birthday. Yeah. Why 37? I don't know. Or I should maybe do 47. That's the more Star Trek apropos number. But 37 is just a little bit better. So, oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. DA, I was figuring I was going to make it. And I guess I'm telegraphing it now. I thought I was going to make it to that hour, too. And, yeah, I can tell my headache is starting up again. Damn it. 42?
The answer to life, the universe, and everything.
That was it, right?
Yeah. 42.
Yeah.
From Hitchhiker's Guide.
There he is, Tocayo. Happy early birthday, DA. Was trying to wait till midnight your time. Yeah, he's up. Dude, I think we all are. He's your time. He's tired, too.
Yeah.
And he's got to get up early. And I'm not over it completely, folks. I am starting to get a significant headache. I was 10, 15 minutes ago. I was still there. And it's starting to sneak up on me now. And, wow.
Well, we're at the, 2.5 hour mark? We can wrap it up for the night.
Yeah, I was hoping to go through. I mean, that was generally the plan. But, folks, I do want to say this, that I did mess up. We are going to have another Nightmare Hunter next week. And then it'll be Monday Night America on the 14th. So we are going to do another. Dodgers beat the Cardinals. Love you, Dream. Don't worry. It's tomorrow. Yeah, you know what? I think everyone's starting to call it. My brother also says good night. Yeah, people are tired. I guess it was
Very.
a long weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I had to drive to St. Louis yesterday and back in the same day, so I was like 7.5 hours on the road. I'm still kind of recovering from that. I don't really like driving that far. Makes my back hurt really bad.
Wow. I bet. Jeez. Yeah, that's a long time in the car.
I survived it, but
How many stops?
mostly for the wife. She had to stop for bladder check a couple of times, but generally I'm like, give me a cup of coffee and leave me alone. I'm just going to drive straight through.
When I drove back from the crater, um, I guess I was 500 miles from home, and I left at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got home at 9:30, but there was an hour differential, so local time it would have been 10:30. So it was, I guess what? Yeah, 10 hours, right? Yeah, I did 500 miles in 10 hours.
The,
And
uh,
I think I only stopped 3 times.
the longest I've driven unbroken, other than stops for gas and bathroom, was a few years back before my back injury. We went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on vacation, and we drove out there in 2 stops. We stopped for the night at a hotel a little over halfway, and then we went the rest of the way the next day. But we were all ready to be home, and it was a great trip. But when we started heading home, I'm just like, you know what? I would very much like to be in my own bed tonight, and I just powered straight through. I drove 17 and a half hours. And I was a zombie by the last 200 miles. I barely remember.
I've driven straight through to Vegas, which is about 280 miles. I've done that once or twice. And I could probably still do it now. I just don't know if I want to, but I could. It's still not bad. If I'm driving alone, oh, hell yeah. I could easily make it in about 3.5 hours. I mean, I could make it there on my own.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, fair enough, DA. I do apologize. Yeah, I think we are. We're going to go ahead and call
It's
it.
not a problem, man.
But you got some birthday wishes already, quite a few of them.
Appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much.
And I think we will speak to you tomorrow on your birthday. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. And it might be a surprise for you. We'll have to talk about it tomorrow.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, this is it, folks. Yeah. We're out of here. DA, take us away, man.
Folks, thank you for tuning in to the Nightmare Hunter with Roger Noriega. Make sure you watch the not only the Nightmare Hunter Facebook page, but my own author page, D.A. Roberts Author, for updates and news pending release information on the book, The Nightmare Hunter, which is coming along well. Hopefully, I will have it done very soon. That's the plan anyway. More details to come. And check out all my books at daroberts.net, or you can find me on Amazon, or you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/darobertsauthor, or facebook.com/The Nightmare Hunter.
Peace.
Peace.
Good hunting.
Be safe.